My alarm just spazzed everything out. Right here. Note to self, we turn every single thing off and then press record. So notice here, we very quickly building, and then we change, but we keep the effect in. So that's very important. Again, you're maintaining the tail. You're leaving a bit of tail. You're leaving it to sound a little more natural. Because if you just cut, it sounds weird. So you leave the tail, leave the effect on, and when you cut, it creates that tail for you. Because the sounds, from what I can understand, having looked at the circuits for in the manual, before I can understand is that when you turn down basically the effects have their own I should say, skip a symbol own space compared to the faders, and they don't and the faders aren't in control 100% of the effects. They do play with the music, but if you cut the fader out, you still have a bit of the tail end coming through the volume, through the output, which is really cool. So then as we change, then you also know something we don't talk about, and this is hand placement. So it's almost like when you're playing tennis, or you watch some of the professionals, or when you're doing any martial arts, the footwork, that's having those fundamentals are very important. You're making sure your foot's in the right place, making sure your balance is the right. So making sure your hands are coordinating together, they're in the right place, and when you switch over, you position your hands correctly, so then you can do this quick. So you'll notice as we go, we just change positions, and we allow from here, we build up the effects, we leave it. My alarm just spazzed everything out. Right here. Note to self, we turn every single thing off and then press record. Because that's the only way it's gonna work. We were talking about correct placement on the hands. So let's have a look. We are building up, right? And we're adding the effects. Now we're switching over. So we're just switching over, allowing the right hand to take control now. And we're bringing the fader from the current track. Because if we'll bring that down. If we don't, it's going to continue playing. This isn't a section where the song's finished. It's continuing. Building, release, allowing the effect to continue. We're switching over the hands. My right hand is on the fader for the current track. It cuts it down. As it's cutting it down, we're playing the track with my left hand simultaneously. And then very quickly, I'm cutting out, putting back the effect to neutral as quick as I can. So then the transition and the next song can play clean, because that's, I feel at that moment, the best approach. Because that has this synth, that has the drums, there's a lot happening in there. You can imagine if you have effects in there, it's going to just be like everyone's gonna be like, what's going on right now? So here, one final thing that we do is we play around with that magical sort of vinyl break that we've added in for the play button. Very quick, but it adds its own little sort of uniqueness. And once again, we are playing with the piece of music.